Hello everyone, thank you for joining me for today's plan with me. Before I get stuck in to the usual bits, I just want to start by apologising for how I sound. I've been really unwell with what I assume is like a super heavy cold, but I've had a scratchy throat. It's been really difficult to sleep. I sort of feel like I'm breathing dust, so every time I kind of take 3 breaths on my pillow, I just have a coughing attack. And all the other stuff, whirring in the ears, head all over the place, super tired, super exhausted. So I don't know, and really bunged up and kind of sniffly. So sincerely apologise if that's really annoying to listen to, but I've been sat on this plan with me for a couple of weeks now, and I just kind of want to get it done so that I can move on to the next one. So apologies for that. Also apologies if you hear any children playing in the background. I have closed my windows, but there are kids playing quite loudly and running around outside, so apologies if you hear random kind of squeals or anything like that. I can't control it. So for this week, I used this unbelievably beautiful kit from my newest addiction. It's called Bliss. I was originally going to use a kit that I'd kind of put together myself, or at least I'd put the full boxes together myself, and then had used a paper crown planner kit alongside it. However, once I opened this kit, once it arrived with my consolidation, oh my goodness, immediately I had to use it, and it was the perfect week because you'll see later on in the week we had a wedding and a hen do in the same weekend, so it just kind of, I don't know, it called to me and I wanted to use it. And I got the fairy tale kit from Hello Petite Paper as well, so I'll be using that for another wedding that we've got in April. So I've got plenty of wedding kits to go around, but this one I just really wanted to use something really pink and girly and pretty, and yeah, and I love the silver foil as well. I did want to use silver foil with this kit. Now I think I mentioned, just in case I've immediately forgotten if I said the name, this is called Bliss, this collection. I don't think it's a kit, I think it's considered a collection. Or one of the things, just to correct one of the things I said in my sticker haul when I was going through the My Newest Addiction portion of the haul, so her collections, you can do a la carte as such, foiled, non-foiled, however many pages of whatever pages you like. But her newer ones that are just advertised on her website as kits, you can't do that kind of intense selection process. I think you can still select foils, but you'd have to scroll down a bit when you go to the sort of kit section of her website. If you want kind of more of that selection, go down to the collections and then you'll see everything there. If you want to kind of buy 2 full box pages and 1 washi page or something like that, you can do that sort of thing. So yeah, just wanted to clear that up in case you've gone to her website and gone, there's 0 selection options here, but her website is brilliant. So I did very basic sticker decoration of the date cover section and the full box section. I really wanted to use the floral washi that came with the kit, so I just went very pared back and I just used the date covers that came with the kit, with, I believe those are Sadies stickers, typewriter, date dots, and then I used that floral washi strip, and then this super beautiful I think it was from Letters to Apollo. It was de-stashed to me from someone, and I used it immediately. I loved it so much. I'm pretty sure it's from Letters to Apollo, but super pretty foil washi strip with the kind of little circles, asymmetric circles, is that right? Or like different size circles, and it's just super dainty and I love it. So yeah, that had to be used immediately. And then I think that February script is from Miss and Meow. It was from a freebie, and I just popped that on a little half scallop circle. So super basic date cover section. And then sidebar, I pretty much did the same. I used a bunch of butterfly deco through this whole kit. It felt like that kind of fairy tale, cutesy, delicate, really super girly vibe. So I used the butterfly dividers from Pretty Pink Co, and then all of the butterfly decos also from the Pretty Pink Co. So I used a couple of different butterfly dividers in the sidebar, and then a couple of the full boxes because I wanted to use every full box. I loved the full boxes so much through this entire kit. So in terms of plans, sorry, just having to give my nose a bit of a scratch there. So I swapped. So I recently redid my work week where I don't work Mondays and I do compressed hours Tuesday to Friday. So every Monday I don't work, and that has been life-changing. I don't want to be dramatic, but as far as my long COVID symptoms go, it has meant that we've been non-stop since kind of mid-November in terms of family events, birthdays, and I think I've said previously, we haven't been to a wedding in like 10 years, and all of a sudden we've had 3 at the start of this year. So there's a lot going on. And having Mondays off as that extra recovery day has meant I can actually participate in weekend activities without either having to call in sick to work because I've overdone it and I've completely crashed and I can't move. And it also means that I can set up my week a lot better. So I can lie in. Well, I say lie in, I can literally sleep in. I think this morning, it's Monday now when I'm recording this, I'm pretty sure I slept in until 11:30. And I mean proper sleep. And that was having gone to bed at about 10:30. So that's a lot of sleep with maybe, the odd break here and there for a coughing fit while I'm trying to sleep. But having the Monday off then means I can have that time to recover and sort of set up for the week. So if there's any meal prep I want to do on that day, I can take Wendy on a longer. She's next to me, so I'm going to spell it out, W-A-R-K. Yeah, I don't know, it just kind of has given me that little bit more freedom with my symptoms while I kind of continue to see them improve. So, but for this week, I moved that day. Sorry, it's a long way of saying this week. I moved that day to Friday because of the wedding. So I ended up working Monday to Thursday, did all the usual stuff. I love those bubble bath scripts from paper trail plans, but I so rarely use script stickers these days, so I just thought it felt like one of those kits. Particularly I think with silver foil you can get away with more and more and more foil, and it doesn't look as disgracefully overly intensely foiled. So I did go a bit overboard with kind of the scripts and all the bows and the butterflies and everything and the fancy boxes that I pulled in, because you can do it with silver foil because it looks so soft. Sorry, I'm just going to grab myself a tissue there. So work Monday to Thursday, and then I ordered some shoes from Vinted that I really liked, or I really wanted to be my bridesmaid shoes. I've been looking for them for ages, so I ordered those on Monday. They arrived at the same time as my bridesmaid's dress on Thursday, so that was so fun to be able to try the whole outfit on because everything happened to arrive on the same day. I was really happy with everything. I can't remember if I'd gone into I don't want to be dramatic and say disaster that was shopping in London, but I did not find a bridesmaid's dress that day, so I was really relieved when the one from Vinted fitted how I hoped it would. It was the colour I wanted it to be, and it went perfectly with the shoes, and it means that I can use my ivory cardigan from my wedding day, so that will be really nice to kind of have that extra layer, because weddings in the UK in April, whilst it can be sunny, it's not necessarily going to rain. It's usually between kind of 12 and 15 degrees, so would probably want an extra layer. At our wedding, I'm pretty sure it was around 13-14 degrees, and I was boiling because I was excited, and obviously my adrenaline was super high, so I didn't need to worry about extra layers. I just had my little cardigan when we were taking photos outside, but everyone else was in proper winter coats, but me and Lou, I think, were just riding that high of excitement. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure I kind of have something small to cover up if I need to. So I won't go through individually. I'm just thinking, now that I look at the page, I've used all white stationery icons this week. I made that decision at the beginning of the spread because her pink icons are perfection. They're the perfect colour. They I knew they would all match. I knew they would match the kit. So I just stuck with those for the entire spread. I didn't use any silver icons because I felt that I was going to be using a lot of silver foil boxes, and I just would rather the foil was kind of accents in this particular spread rather than icons as well. So I can safely say every single icon is from White Day Stationery. I'm sure you've heard me say how much I love that shop a bajillion times. Just a side note for people who shop in the UK, her shop does not ship to the UK. So I do have to, whenever I want to order from her, I have to send it to Stackery, and then I tend to kind of send a few orders at the same time from different shops that don't ship to the UK, or if it's cheaper to ship them to the consolidation service than direct to me, I will do that. Sorry, I'm just going to have to grab another piece of tissue again. And that tends to work pretty well for me, but I tend to place, sorry, that rustling is probably super annoying. I tend to place larger orders from White Day Stationery maybe twice a year rather than lots of little orders, but I know what I use frequently. I've been doing this long enough now that I know I'm going to need a lot of dog walking icons, I'm going to need a lot of pajama and slipper icons, I'm going to need TV icons, I'm going to need utensils, nail polish, that kind of stuff is the stuff that I use frequently. So I can kind of quite easily anticipate what I'm going to need. It's rare that I would come to a spread and go, oh my goodness, I literally have nothing to mark this thing with, because if it's a random thing that I'm only doing once, then I've probably got it on a freebie in my sticker book anyway. So yeah, everything White Day Stationery. I did end up using quite a lot of fancy boxes from the Sadies stickers seasonal sheet, the one that I purchased off someone as part of a D-stash. From one of the advents, I think it might have been 2024 advent. I used a lot from the winter sheet. I absolutely adore them. Immediately I'm hooked, and I will be using those all the time. I love them. I think they're fantastic, and that's going to be a sheet that I'm really scared to run out of at some point. But yeah, in terms of the plans, very kind of bog standard week for the first few days. We had a friend over for dinner, and I made this really cool chocolate dessert thing where I randomly saw, I'm always looking for kind of sugar-free desserts or healthier desserts, particularly while we've made such drastic changes to our diet, and we intend on keeping up with those changes. We don't have things like chocolate, sweets, crisps, desserts. We don't have any of that stuff in the house because I will eat it. I'm awful. I have zero willpower. But I came across this recipe where you peel and stew 4 apples. Sorry, my throat's going again. You peel and stew 4 apples, and then you drain those apples and put them in a blender with something like 250 grams of dark chocolate, whatever dark chocolate percentage you prefer. If you're not used to dark chocolate, it's probably better to go for a lower percentage and work your way up. Whiz them together, and that's literally it. So you whiz them up. I'm just gonna have to pause to have coughing fit. Sorry about that. It's an absolute nightmare. I've just moved room just to a more comfortable position, so sorry if the voiceover sounds a little bit different. But yeah, sorry. So the 4 apples stewed, drained in a blender with 250 grams of melted dark chocolate, whiz it together, and then I put in sort of like a brownie tray, like a brownie oven tray. I just line that with some baking parchment, pop it in there, like pop all the mixture in there, and then stick it in the fridge. And it is incredible with some whipped up double cream, oh my goodness, and some strawberries. It is absolutely immense. So highly recommend if you're looking for something that's much less unhealthy. I definitely wouldn't describe it as a healthy dessert, because dark chocolate is still chocolate, and obviously depending on the kind of percentages you go for and stuff will depend on how good or bad it is, but certainly having something when I'm in desperate need of a pudding of some variety, absolutely sensational. Have enjoyed every mouthful of it, and you can't taste the apple at all, which is wild to me. It just kind of tastes like a dark chocolate square. Like the consistency is kind of like a really, I guess, like a thick cheesecake. I don't really know what I would describe that as, or like the top layer. No, I was going to say a top layer of a Millionaire's shortbread, but that's not true. I haven't had one of those in so long. I wouldn't be trusted to know that it's the same texture anyway. But anyway, it's delicious. It's really, really delicious once it's firmed up. So good, so good. So we had some of that and we watched Euro Trip. Then, like I said, on Thursday, bridesmaids' dress and shoes arrived. Then on Friday, we had the wedding, which was so wonderful. It was a friend from work and another colleague of mine was there as well. And we just had a really good time. It was such a lovely, lovely wedding. She looked absolutely beautiful. She had really fun Crocs. She'd got little, like, Diamante letters that spelled out wifey on her Crocs, and that was really, really sweet. So she had like special wedding Crocs, and it was just a really, really lovely day to celebrate their wedding. We had dropped Wendy off at her friend's house for that day, so we picked her up on the way home, and then we both crashed really hard. I think we left the wedding at about 7, maybe 7:30, and by the time we got home it was probably about 45 minutes to pick up Wendy, and then another half an hour home after that. So we crashed pretty early by way of like a weekend, but we were exhausted. It was a long day. It was a lot of travel, and sorting Wendy out and stuff is exhausting in and of itself, making sure that the dogs are settled and happy, and obviously she hates the car, so it's just kind of an added stress. But really, really lovely day. Glad we were able to go to that. Saturday we took it super easy. We had a lie-in, and we did go to the dog meetup just because we knew Wendy would want the exercise from that and the kind of socialisation. And then I had a bubble bath in the afternoon, and then I went to my other friend's hen do. We went to a really nice Italian restaurant. Her hen was over the whole weekend, but I couldn't go because of the wedding on Friday, and I wouldn't have had the energy to stay over till the Sunday. I was so completely wiped from the wedding. So I just went to the meal on Saturday evening, and it was wonderful. It was so, so lovely. It was just a group of, I think, 8 of us. And it was really, really special. It was so lovely. I haven't seen her in ages either, so it was really nice to have a little mini catch up and to get to know. I knew a couple of the people there because I'd met her sister multiple times before, and I used to live with Lizzie and one of the other girls there. Lizzie was the hen, so thankfully not everyone was a strange face. But yeah, just so lovely to meet the new people. Everyone was so lovely, and we had a lot of fun, and the food was absolutely delicious. I'm hoping that me and Lewis will go back at some point because it was really, really tasty Italian food. Then on Sunday, super chill day. When I write sleep all morning, I mean I slept all morning, and we probably took Wendy out early afternoon, maybe 2ish, and then we popped out to grab some popcorn and some snacks just to kind of have a movie late afternoon, evening, and we watched Godzilla -1. So good. It's been on the list for us for ages to watch, but because it is a foreign language film, you really have to pay attention because you have to obviously watch all the subtitles. We don't like watching stuff dubbed. We prefer to watch it as it is with subtitles, and it just hadn't called to me with the list of movies that we've been working our way through. It was so good. I thought it was really, really good. We both really liked it. It was kind of a less cheesy Godzilla film. I think the other ones are very kind of Hollywood and a bit more fun. This one felt a little bit more serious, and it was really, really well done. It was, I would recommend it if you like disaster films. If you like the Godzilla movies, I do recommend it. I can't speak for the dubbed if you don't like subtitles, so I can't speak for the dubbed version, but certainly with subtitles we really enjoyed it. So that was this week. That's the whole spread all together. I absolutely love how it came out. It was as feminine and pretty and romantic as I had hoped it would be. I'm so glad I used all of white stationery icons for the entirety of the spread. I think it worked really well for this particular week. I adore her icons so much. I really do. So that's how everything looks put together. I'm so sorry again for my bunged up voice, but if you made it this far, thank you for joining me for this plan with me, and I'll see you in the next one.